Hi, everyone. Welcome to Regan Real Reviews. My name is Kathleen Regan. I'm an actor and a writer, and I watch a lot of film and TV, and I just put my reviews out there. Comment below if you agree or disagree. Today is the second in a series of Oscar-nominated films. We're going to go through Sinners, Marty Supreme, and Song Sung Blues. So let's just jump right into it since there are three today. Sinners. 5 reels. Really liked it. The story is that these twin brothers leave Chicago, go back to the South, to their hometown to sort of start again. But what they face is this greater evil that welcomes them, and they have to deal with that. It is written and directed by Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler, you may know him, I don't know, Black Panther. He did Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. One of his breakout films is Fruitvale Station. It's based on a true story, and if you haven't seen it, God, watch it. Have your teenage children watch it. It is gut-wrenching, so I warn you, it is disturbing, but it is a needed film. That's all I'm going to say about that one. This was really an ensemble cast. I don't think you can get more ensemble. It was almost like one of those fantastic Broadway shows that you're just sitting there amazed at, right? Some of the actors, I can't go through all of them. Some of the main ones are Yao, Sam Malone, Jack O'Connell, Saul Williams, Haley Steinfeld, Wumi Masako, which we'll get to. She was absolutely fantastic. And Delroy Lindo, you may know him. Great actor, been around for years. And Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan, wow. I mean, he played the twins. He played both of the twins. And he was incredible as an actor. Really gave distinctive personalities to those two, to the point where you're like, really? He played both of those? Are you sure? Maybe someone just really looked like him. He was that good. There's one scene that I read that they had to do cut back and forth, where he and his twin share like cigarette and lighter. They light each other. How do you do that? Editing, fantastic, great job. Directing, great. Cinematography, DP, wonderful. But Michael B. Jordan was incredible in this movie, and if nothing else, watch it for him. Spoiler alert. The evil that they meet are zombies. Now, I am not a zombie person. I don't like really I don't like movies that really can't come true, right? The scarier movies to me are the ones like, crap, that could really happen, right? That's why Silence of the Lambs is my favorite movie. Anyway, this is about zombies, so I didn't think I would like it. But this movie is what I consider after Jordan Peele. There is a before Jordan Peele horror. Jordan Peele did Get Out, blah, blah, blah. That was horror, was like more slashing, blood, guts, gore, that kind of thing. After Jordan Peele, it's like a story rooted in culture and a message, and it's a real story that there happens to be a horror aspect to it. And I love this new horror version, and this was it. This did it perfection. This new horror series they're talked about is socially conscious. It's thematic. It's elevated horror by this was written by Screencraft. It really is elevated horror. It's something totally different. If you don't like horror or you're on the edge with that, watch this. Watch all the new post-Jordan Peele and Jordan Peele. Ryan Coogler, one of the names of this film, the working title, as a joke, he named it Grilled Cheese. And the reason he named it Grilled Cheese, because he said, this is a simple film that is enjoyable for many people. It's just simple and there for you to enjoy, and that's what it felt like. It really was. It was nominated for 16 Oscars. I did hear that it was the most nominated film ever. I don't know that. I gotta look that up. Overall, with all the awards and everything, it was 458 nominations, including so far 270 wins. At the BAFTA, the British Awards in 2026 just happened. It was the most decorated movie by a Black director that have ever been nominated. It was nominated for 13. It won 3: Best Screenplay, Best Score, and Best Supporting Actor. Thank goodness for Wumi Masako. She was absolutely fantastic, 100% deserved. There was some controversy, if you saw in the news, about the BAFTAs and someone using the N-word or shouting out the N-word when Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were presenting. Someone shouted out the N-word. Now, let's look deeper into the story and not read the headlines, right? There was a gentleman in the audience who was the inspiration for a movie called I Swear, and he has Tourette's. Tourette's doesn't always manifest in shouting out swear words. It could be tics, whatever. It could be a combination of things. His manifested in shouting out sort of inappropriate things. Throughout the ceremony, he shouted out, "Shut the fuck up, fuck you." Like, so it wasn't that and the entire audience was kind of cautioned about this before it started, right? Before the BAFTA started. So it wasn't that it was surprising he yelled out the N-word. That was the most offensive, I think. It wasn't surprising. What happened next was not good. So the producers said, "Oh my gosh, we're going to cut that out. We're going to edit that out." They did not edit it out. They edited other things out, like people having a political slant to their acceptance speech. They edited other things out. They did not edit out the N-word. And I don't know why. No one does. And I think that, that's a misstep right there. And unfortunately, this poor guy, John Davidson, who has the Tourette's, he finally ended up leaving because he felt that he was a complete disruption. And I'm sure he was embarrassed and what have you, right? Again, it's you can't control it. So it's not the fact that this gentleman had Tourette's and yelled this out. To me, I'm not African-American, so I can't really say what it felt like to them. To me, the real thing was these producers just did completely wrong, and they should correct that. So that was the controversy. This is one of those movies for me that there was not one actor that was a weak link. I mean, they were, and not even all of them were good. All of the actors were fantastic. I mean, the level of acting that they reached was all of them, like every single one of them, from the smallest part. It was absolutely fantastic. There's one scene in there also that really just did it for me. It's a large dance number and everyone's dancing to the blues, right? This is a period piece, blues in the South, and they're dancing. And as the dance continues, there are people inserted that show you how this music, the blues music, was really an impetus for all of these great genres, right? And they kind of disperse all of these different, they have break dancers and things like that among the blues dancers. And it was done so eloquently and so powerfully, but so simply. I really loved that scene, and I thought it really rooted you in what this movie was about. Again, it may not be for everyone, right? Zombies, but please try to watch it. Try to watch it. I think it really was fantastic. Okay, Marty Supreme. Okay, 3 reels. All right. It's loosely based on this gentleman called Marty Mazer. He was a table tennis champion, and he was an entrepreneur and kind of a shyster back in the day in Brooklyn. And this is after World War II. And table tennis, like ping pong, for us that recognize that, was a very big thing. The champions, just like bowling champions and things like that. This is interesting. The director and writers were Josh Safdie and Ronald Bronstein. Why do those names sound familiar? Because they were also the writers, directors, and producers of If I Had Legs, I Would Kick You. Both of these movies are Oscar nominated. The hell? Why isn't this being talked about? These people have 2 movies being nominated. And I just think that's amazing. That's amazing. So hats off to you guys, really. It has 9 Oscar award nominations. And the other one had, I think, 10 or 11 as well. If I Had Legs, I Would Kick You. It was nominated for 11 BAFTAs. It did not win any. This is another A24. So A24 is having a great year, like they always do. So good for you. This is the most expensive A24 movie. Was it worth it for that expense? Not sure. But they'll determine. The cast is Timothee Chalamet, Odessa Azion, Ralph Colucci, Fran Drescher, the nanny, Gwyneth Paltrow, Ralph Colucci, I said his name. There were also some really kind of interesting, not expected casting. Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, David Mamet, playwright, Isaac Mizrahi, which is a fashion designer. Really unique casting that worked. Like it 100% worked. The casting director is Jennifer Venditti. And her place is JV8 Inc. That is her casting. She just did an amazing job. Again, I would not think about some of these people. Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, he was incredible. I would never think about that kind of unique casting, so really impressed with that as well. Gwyneth Paltrow plays sort of a love interest older woman for Marty Supreme, Timothee Chalamet, and really hats off to Gwyneth Paltrow. Not only was she really good, but I am impressed, and you'll hear with Kate Hudson as well. These women that are older now, and they're sure they're glamorous, but they're not afraid to show a side to themselves that's maybe not so glamorous, and they're finding roles for themselves, and I think it's fantastic. And hats off to you. Gwyneth was excellent. I thought she was very good. Did I like the movie? Not really. I didn't. I didn't care necessarily for Timothee Chalamet's performance. Listen, he's a good actor, right? It wasn't like he was horrible. I thought he did the character very well, but it was this level. It was one note pretty much the whole time until the very last scene, which was very good. He did a very good job in that last scene. So that was the only change I saw really in his character at all. The character himself, Marty Supreme, is not likable. I mean, you don't hate him, but you just don't like him. There has to be some kind of likability or something about the character that the audience connects with, that wants to kind of root for him, even though maybe there's some shady sides. To me, there was nothing really likable about this character, so I didn't care about him at all. Also, my friend said this perfectly. They said, I didn't understand the point for the movie. Why was this done? The story was okay. It wasn't great. So I don't understand the point for this movie. However, I think this is one of those times the supporting cast outshone the lead. The supporting cast was very good. Fran Drescher, hats off to you, girl. Again, letting yourself be shown in a not so beautiful light, and really giving it your all. So good for you. Again, Marty Supreme wasn't my favorite 3 reels. Okay, Song Sung Blues, 4.5 reels. I really liked this one. I did. This is about this Neil Diamond tribute band, and they were called Thunder and Lightning, and it is about these two people and how they go through their careers of being this band and heartbreak and all this stuff, right? And it's based on a true story. It was written and directed by Craig Brewer. He did Coming to America, the most recent one. Dolomite is My Name. He also has an upcoming biopic on Snoop Dogg, so look out for that. He actually created this film based on a documentary by Greg Coase. And I believe at a film festival, he saw the documentary, and he contacted him and said, hey, let's make a movie. So all of you independent filmmakers out there, yes, film festivals can be worth it. It stars Hugh Jackman and Kate Hudson are the 2 main leads. Hugh Jackman did a great job. I mean, he's good. He's very good, and he did a good job, very good job. Kate Hudson and Hugh Jackman did all their own singing, so I was impressed. Kate Hudson, girl, good for fucking you, man. Good for you. You not only took on this character from a look that wasn't exactly beautiful, the Kate Hudson from, back in the day, the ingenue comedy actor. You really took on this character. You didn't look great in a lot of these scenes because that's the character. But I never once did I say, oh my God, that's Kate Hudson. Oh, that's the old, Kate Hudson with the ingenue kind of thing. You were absolutely fantastic. All of the nominations, and they have 11 nominations, including one Oscar nom, and 9 of them are for Kate Hudson. Rightly so. Is she going to win? No. This is a tough year, man. This is a tough year for awards because all the movies were really good and the acting was just superior. In pretty much all the movies, whether you like the movie or not, the acting was very superior. So I don't think Kate's going to win, but I really appreciated Kate doing this movie, and I think this is going to I hope this opens a lot of doors for you for some really good roles coming up. And again, kudos for you. Go out there, make films, go to festivals, and enjoy. And thank you for watching Regan Real Reviews. See you next time.